Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11 we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What's up? It is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B and BA. And he says, I'm not that, I'm Big Bone.
That's right. I'm not that, I'm Big Bone.
Hey, all I know about us charming chubby guys, you give a woman 2 drinks, you make her laugh, boom, she's naked.
There you go. That's all it's about. Humor. Humor the panties right off. Anyway.
That was a mock truffle shuffle. No, I'm not doing another one like the other day.
Yeah, don't traumatize us. Okay. Between you and Ken, the Packer fan, boy, I was traumatized for a good season. Now I'm just traumatized.
We got Robbie DeFeo showing up.
What is going on, Robbie? He don't like the Lions anymore.
No. I hated it.
He doesn't like the Lions anymore because of my co-host.
Oh,
talking about his team,
Nate?
Talking about the Steelers.
Talking about Mr. Castro.
Yeah, talking about the Steelers.
You know what? Don't pay attention to the butt clowns.
Whatever.
Now, Nate knows
this
stuff, but he's quite opinionated on some things.
Yeah, but that's a story for a different day.
And I'm not saying he's the most right on those opinions, but they're his.
His opinion.
He's allowed to have them. You know, that's the great thing about a freedom of speech country. We are allowed to have different opinions, whether you like it or not.
I don't hate the Lions. I know you don't when I'm out here. That's all. So that's what it is, Robbie. I got you.
I'm on Ross St. Brown, went to Isaac Tesla this week and told him that he had to pay his dues as a rookie. In other words, it was his turn to go out and buy snacks. What does he do? He gets the list and he orders it through DoorDash. I'm on Raw finds out and goes, oh, no. You don't understand. You have to go buy the snacks. You got to pay your dues, Rook. So he ended up paying for it twice.
There you go. Well, hey, you try to be smart about it. You try to be smart about it. Just think about this. 20 years ago, he wouldn't have been able to do that.
Right. It's not even that long. DoorDash hasn't even been around 20 years ago. It's only been about 10.
Yeah. But still, I'm just saying, he wouldn't have been able to do that.
But DoorDash wasn't the
work
first
for
one, right? Wasn't it DoorDash first? Then it was Uber Eats, and then all the other one. Then Grubhub and Instacart showed up.
I think DoorDash was first. Pretty sure.
And in the beginning, they couldn't find drivers, so they were actually hiring taxi drivers to moonlight at first. They scored 27 points twice. Their defense gave up 5 more points. There was points where it looked good, points where it looked bad, but they looked like a good team. I'm not going to say they're a bad team. They're 2-0. And no matter what happens between Chicago and Detroit, guess what? Whoever wins or loses is still behind them. I
know who those certain fans are. No.
But Jim Jackson,
I got you.
I got one thing to say to you. There she goes.
Yeah, we just have fans in our fan base we don't like. So.
Oh, we all have fans we don't like in our
Yeah.
fan base. I got a guy that sits there and does a fake name all the time. He used to say Little Jeremy B, this, that. And now he's coming out with JB. Now he's coming out with JB's stepson.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not even married. I don't have a stepson. He goes, like, math up. There it is.
So, whoop, there it is. Packers are too early to tell. I mean, they had 2 games at home. They got Micah Parsons, who fired up their defense. I don't think Micah Parsons did anything as special.
There I am. Hey, kitty.
But we'll see what happens when they go on a road to Cleveland and to Dallas. I mean, playing 2 games at home is nice.
Yeah, I mean, they have back-to-back home games. We're getting our first home game this week. And think about it like that. Chicago lost at home to a rival.
Mm-hmm.
We lost at our second home. It's no longer ours anymore. They took ownership back.
I love it.
Hey, for 2 years in a row, what did Panay Sewell say when he walked out that tunnel and looked around? We at home.
Right.
There were so many Lions jerseys out there. This is a
Lions
game. This is a home game. Look at this crowd. I remember that. And I didn't see as many at this first game. That's one thing I'm going to say right now. I did not see as many Lions fans out there like we had the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so they're not going to be able to sway the crowd their way. Yeah, that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah, they don't have the hype that they had last year. Last year, everybody thought they were going to the Super Bowl, so all the fans, and a lot of that's bandwagon fans too. So you got to look at it that way. I saw Lions fans in there. They were peppered in through the crowd. They just weren't at the edge like they were in the last couple of years. But there was Lion fans there. Unfortunately, we lost.
And we got Paul Jones entering the chat.
Who?
Music. Paul Jones. Paul Jones. I love my faithful people that come in here, man. It's fun. They like that. Robbie DeFeo loves that track because he thinks of porn, pole dancing women.
It doesn't really.
You never know. You might be thinking of a pole dancing Kenny Pickett. You never know. He has
a not small hands, Kenny Pickett. I don't think he'll like that one either.
It was a joke. It's a joke. Don't get mad at me, Robbie.
I know. He knows. Doesn't mean you gotta like it though. Anyway, what other stuff we got going on there, JB?
Well, let me go see what the injury report says here. I got it.
Just to let you know, a couple of things happened last night. Eckler tore his Achilles heel. He'll be out the whole season for Washington. And for Green Bay, Reed is out. DJ Reed is out. Reed is out for
indefinite collarbone, right?
6 to 8 weeks. That's what it said.
Broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett couldn't hang on a pool with those tiny hands. That's basically what B said. Not tiny hands, Pickett. We'll clean it up. We always start.
Yeah.
I know we've been starting 1-1, but usually we win the first one, lose the second. It isn't like this right now. I think the last time we lost the first game of the season. Wasn't that versus Philly week 1 in 2022-23 season?
Yep. It wasn't Philly though. It was Philly. Yeah, we lost the first game. We won a game and then we lost 5 more. We were 1-6 when we started the season.
Yep, and
the next season after that was we went 1-1 again,
but we won the first
season,
one.
And then we won 1-1 last year. So this is It's just different. It's flipped. Both the times that we won were at home. So, and we lost one at home and one on the road, I think.
Yep. Here's the
just
crazy
this
thing.
time. That's all. It's good.
Taylor Decker, no shoulder. He's still dealing with that shoulder injury. He rehabbed. So I think it's more rest days for him because they've said he's more than likely playing.
No, he said he was playing, yeah.
Yeah, and Johnny Morton said he was playing too before he did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too worried about that. Sion Vaki was at limited practice yesterday. Trevor Nowaski was at limited practice yesterday. Terrion Arnold, Jack Campbell, and Daniel Thomas all had full practice. So that's good news because we can't afford to be missing like Campbell.
Well, Terrion Arnold, he needs to come off the field if he does get hurt immediately instead of waving through it for 23 plays. If you tweak your groin, dude, you can't. I was a cornerback in high school. You know, I was a cornerbacks coach. You can't. You tweak your groin. It
any of those
impedes your speed.
Muscles. Oblique, abdomen, groin, any of those. You cannot.
It impedes your speed.
It impedes your cuts. It impedes your twisting. All that stuff. How fast you can raise your hands in coverage because you use your core muscles for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't realize that.
Yeah. And groin is not a pleasant thing to do when you're a corner.
Imagine having one of those baby in those stride right walking shoes just jump up and down on your crotch one time.
Right.
That's groin pain.
Mm-hmm.
That's the equivalent of it. How?
depending on how severe the groin pain is or groin issue is, you feel like you're getting your stuff pulled through your asshole. That's how bad it can get.
Oh. Ow.
Real bad. It's painful, let me tell you. I've had one of those groin pulls.
That was yesterday's practice report. You know, because I wait to get the one at 4:00 because that tells you everybody that went out during the day and everything else. You don't have to do those stupid updates.
That makes sense.
Because then you find out right then, is it limited? Is it just he was walking off? But what is it? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They end every day at 3. They end every day at 3. They're ran through the positions on the way out, and then you get your reports.
You're like, yeah, he's not limping. He's kind of limping. He's just not playing. It's got a checklist everybody goes by.
He's more winded than an asthmatic without his inhaler.
He went by on a stretcher.
That one was carted off by the ambulance.
Right.
That one went straight into the paddy wagon. We haven't heard that since 2017.
And there goes Amon. He just ran by because, you know, Amon always doesn't never have any serious ailments.
The only thing he ever gets every year is flu. He gets that every year. And I don't know why. And it's always at the same time. It's somewhere between weeks 8 and 10. He'll get it. And the one week he played through it with blisters on his feet and everything and had a great game. And his dad calling him on the sideline, make sure you drink Coke.
So listening to the the St. Brown podcast today yesterday, actually Wednesday, with him and his brother. All his family's going to be there. In fact, EQ is going to be there. His mom, his dad. So
yeah, but EQ's in the stands right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Steven Bauer, good to see you, brother.
What's up, Steven? How you doing, bro? But he said it'll be nice. People talking stuff. His brother asked him about what BJ is going to do if he loses the game. Will he go over there and shake Dan Campbell's hand? I said he's going to be respectful. He just ain't going to talk to nobody when he goes off the field. That's all.
In other words, he's going to be like a gym shorts.
Yeah, basically that kind of guy.
Because when he won, he was all happy-go-lucky and everything else. When he lost, that's when the hand slap from Jim Harbaugh happened.
Mm-hmm. So
that was kind of disrespectful.
So you think the score is gonna be over under 6.5? You think the Lions are gonna get the 6.5, or
I don't know. All of our divisional games last year were close. Every single one of them, except for the last one versus Minnesota.
Well, I mean, we beat the crap out of Green Bay too. I mean, the score was not indicative of what happened there,
right? Because they got a garbage time touchdown. I know.
Yeah, and then just like we did. So that's why I was talking about the flip thing. But let's see. They played Green Bay. It was a close game at home. Chicago was a close game at home. Minnesota was the game we blew them out. And then it was a close game at Minnesota. At Chicago, we blew them out. So we had a few games where it was well, every one of the division opponents had a close game, and then we blew them out. So
blew them out like that horse back next to the Navy base on payday.
I don't know. I just think that if the Lions come out, the crowd's going to be behind them because they're going to be like, hey, we got to get this thing into motion. And, you know, it's against Ben Johnson. So, you know, the Lions are going to want to step up for that. You know, he was talking about, Amon was killing me too. He's talking about, when BJ comes in here, everybody's going to boo his ass. He'll boo the fuck out of him. That's what he said.
Yeah. Well, think about it. We did it to Stafford.
Yeah.
This is a fresh wound. This is a fresh wound. Imagine if it had been Stafford in year one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fortunately, we went to LA in year one.
Oh, yeah. I know the O-line's shaky, but, you know, it's another week, and they actually got some game snaps. Mm-hmm. And that's going to help them more than anything else. Even though it was bad, they finally got game snaps. I don't care what they say about the joint practices. It's not as good as a game.
Yeah, the communication has to be better, too. You know, again, Glasgow is not Ragnow.
No.
But at the same as far as his leadership presence is concerned, but as being a center, you do have to call out. And having a rookie and a half basically next to you is something that they have to learn.
Right.
A lot of communications were bad because the rookie wasn't found exactly what he was supposed to do. And Simo's only, played 2 games with the Lions, actual game. So he's still kind of raw. So listening to commands from your center, you might not always grasp that because you're newer to the system. Right. So maybe more communication will be better for him in practice. Maybe. Get it done.
Maybe he'll actually say it without a mouth guard in his mouth or any other thing that could be in his mouth.
Be that too. I just think that it's, the rookies are the ones that have that responsibility to understand the calls on the line. Whether it's coming clear across to them from Glasgow or not. Like, again, everybody's giving Glasgow shit. I said the only thing you should be giving him shit for is his run defense. His run defense sucks.
Clearing out the center for Gary to run through untouched. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. That's the run.
That happened on the sack too. That happened on the sack too, though.
No, well, he the one that was a sack, that wasn't his fault. Because it wasn't charged to him. And it was Simo's fault, that one. See, it's just communication. That's all they got. They just clean it up, just like Dan Campbell said. They just got to clean it up. That's all. Once they get into the rhythm, it's going to take a minute for them to adjust.
And that was the last third down stop of that game for us, right? Was there at that goal line because we had to punt it out?
Yeah. Yeah.
The next drive is
one or two plays. One or two plays that pissed me off about Goff. And the first play is when he was on the goal line. Why would you go backward and go around instead of going forward? Dude, you're on the goal line. Just plow forward. If you get a half yard, that's better than trying to almost getting sacked for a safety, So just plow forward. He's those are things that he's not that makes you feel Goff is not Goff has
Well,
problems with pressure.
Paul Jones, I'm going to push back on that because we used him off and on at all different times over the last year and a half before this in coverage, and he did well. He either batted a ball away or he had a pick. But I'll push back on that a little bit because he does have 3 picks before of it, one of them being a pick 6, if I remember right.
No, he just has 3 picks. He hasn't got a pick 6 yet. He almost had one in Carolina, but he got tackled.
Somebody and he almost had one at Chicago, too, if I remember right, when Justin Fields hit him wide open. He got caught from behind. I think it was Dave Moore's first.
Yeah, but he's had 3 interceptions. I mean, he plays the lanes very well. But every team does that. They dropped Micah in coverage last night. Micah was in coverage at least three or 4 times in coverage.
Oh, I know. Same with Myles Garrett. Same with Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson. Same with TJ Watt. They all play coverage every now and then because guess what? The play doesn't always go to you.
The thing I like about Green Bay's defense, well, the defensive line, is that now that they got Micah on there, Micah can go to any spot on the defensive line and blitz or rush from anywhere because they got Van Nuys on the other one and Rashad Gary on the other side, and they can always switch them guys too. Usually they don't switch too much of Rashad because he only can play one position pretty well. And that's the end. But they usually switch Micah and Van Ness both, all the time. So that's good. You got 3 defensive line. I wish the Lions would have that. At least somebody would put some pressure on that kind of situation, but we don't have that. So they have to rely on Hutch and Davenport.
Maybe when Hassan, the assassin, comes back.
Yeah. Well, we hope he can.
I said maybe.
I want to see Muhammad do something because he was a force last year too when Hutch went down.
I don't know where he went with that. Season. I gave up hope on him. I was hoping he wouldn't make the roster, and Nate Lynn would have.
Well, I mean, he did it as well as the assassin did, but we'll see. I mean, it's a long season. It's only going to be the 2nd game.
I'm not sorry, like Craig Reynolds, I canceled my subscription to Netflix on Muhammad.
Yeah. As long as they're on a team, they're a valuable asset.
Yep, that's it. I really wanted Nate Lynn to make the team because he had 2 solid preseasons in a row. 2, that's not a fluke when it happens twice.
Yeah, he. I mean, people that would probably be one of the things I need to see too. I need to see Hutch play in game time speed to be a starter on a defensive line, even if he was playing with the 2nd string. That would be off kilter. But just to get him in game shape ready, and the offensive line too. Glasgow working with the 2 rookies, so rookie and a half as I call them. That would have been nice to see. That way they would have got some kind of playing time together in real, well, not real, but at least they would have had some communication before they got to the real.
Well, the parents will be home this afternoon or tomorrow.
What's that?
My parents will be home sometime this afternoon or tomorrow. No more freedom. Damn it. Can't walk.
Where did they go? They went out on a trip?
They went on a trip. They drove out to see my sister and my nephew who live out in Montana.
Oh, wow. Montana, huh? Nice.
Yeah, they left last week on Tuesday, right after Labor Day, and they're coming back this week.
Well, just hide the hose. The hose are gonna go.
Oh, they're not here right now. I sent them all home last night just to be safe.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
Oh yeah, I talked about that last night on Fire Up. I sent that topic in. Should teams start playing players more in the preseason? And my answer is yes, adamantly. They need to get at least a quarter worth of play to get the game speed. And whether it's in one, I'd prefer it in one game. Let them play one whole quarter or a half and be done.
Now, see, I wasn't too bad about them not doing it last year. But when you make changes like that to the offensive line, you got a player that was hurt the whole season and to come back and play. I would have played him a little bit just to get some kind of solidarity amongst those people. So when they came into the first game.
I am a certified girlfriend teacher on how not to be annoying. You can give her my address. No.
Yeah, but Robbie, you keep complaining about your girlfriend, but I say one thing: you ain't left her yet, and you've been with her for what since I've known you.
What's that been? 3 years?
Yeah, 3-4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, because you started podcast the same time I did, but we didn't meet till in the middle somewhere.
Well, actually, I started in 2016, but I did the podcast with them in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like 2021. So it's 21, about 4 years. Yeah, I've known him for a while. Good old Rob.
2021 was when I started with the Detroit Lions on the prowl, and then switched to We Are Lions Nation. And at the end of that year, after they grew from 29 to 209 in one season, I said, I got to do this on my own, boys. Because they had been doing it 3 years and only had 29. Hey, Jeremy, Packers look good last night. Parsons lined up all over the place. He has a weakness. It seems to be on run defense, and which is something I've said all along.
Yeah, that rookie that ran for he's stupid. Damn.
Yeah, but the bad part is you let that sit for more than an hour. Guess what happens? It removes skin when you remove it.
Yeah. Think about that. He don't care.
Good afternoon. It's a great day to be a Lion One Pride.
Yes, sir.
Oh God, he made it.
There you go.
He's gonna make me say it. Yeah, it's coming. He's gonna make me say it. I got to now. Yeah, let me find the right. Oh no, let's do it this way.
Yeah, speaking of Parsons, though, and stopping a run, their rookie running back.
Mm-hmm. I don't know it. Yes, I do. Fuck the Packers.
I like that, and you did that with a little accent. Yeah, the rookie running back for Washington, the one that likes to be called Bill. Anyway, he ran right at Micah, and Micah whiffed on him. So yeah, he's not the greatest running stopper.
I agree, Gerdette, 100%. I believe your name was Kevin, if I remember right, and you're over there in Germany or was in Germany. Yeah, he goes, yeah, it's been a while. Time flies, B.
Yes, it has.
I do like the Lions this Sunday. We're at home. I think that's going to make a huge difference. The electricity of the crowd.
We're going to be back here in this
Today,
spot.
Kevin in Germany. Yes, I was right. Cool. I'm glad I remembered your first name, Kevin, because I know you put it in there a long time ago. And I was like,
hey, Kevin, where you at in Germany?
Yeah, what station? I think he was in the military.
Well, you might be near Berlin. I don't know. I have family lives in Gutensburg, so I was wondering.
My family was down near in between Bamberg and Wildflecken when they lived there. I just knew the bases. Oh, look, I knew he'd come in. What did I say? Welcome to the stage, Broski Bear.
Happy Friday, guys.
What's going on,
Friday.
Broski Bear?
You know, man, just rocking and rolling, doing the do. Nice day here in sunny Charlotte, North Carolina.
I'm here in good old Chesterfield, Michigan.
I'm going to say this right now. If the O-line's playing better, yes, the OC opens the playbook. If it's not, it'll be more of the same stuff.
B. Striller, where did you say you are? Chesterfield, where?
In Michigan.
Oh,
it's,
okay.
About 25 minutes from,
Frankfurt in Maine. He's an ex-banker. He's retired. Awesome.
Oh, okay. Look at him, a retired ex-banker in Frankfurt. No, I'm about 45 minutes from Detroit.
Okay.
So
he is. You're west of Detroit, right?
Well, Chesterfield is more north.
Okay. Oh, so you're up closer to me.
Yeah, I'm
Gotta
like
be.
you're actually west of me.
Right. So you're
So
like closer over there
you're
by the
west and a little bit higher. Yeah,
Lapeer, Imlay City area. Is that where you're at?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
New Baltimore. Yeah, around that
I
area.
believe he did. And my thing is with the interior O line change, and it didn't look like they had their communication down or anything. I think that was a bigger reason on why the play calling went the way it did. We tried to run, it didn't work because they weren't opening the holes. That zone blocking scheme, it's supposed to simplify things, and for some reason, it wasn't simple.
That's what she said.
Yep. Opening holes. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go there. Yep.
Got to get in there and stretch them out.
Yep. Some things work, some don't. Yep.
Yep.
I hear you.
Hey, Broski, what question for you, man? What do you hope that I mean, besides winning, obviously, what do you hope that changes on Chicago? I mean, for that meltdown they had in the fourth quarter, do you think that that Caleb is playing off script, not well, but when he's scripted, he plays well? Because I mean, the first half of that game, I mean, he was playing phenomenally, but then it's like the second half came and it's like,
yeah. So, go ahead, JB. Go ahead.
He asked if I consider JJ a rookie. Playing wise, yes, but technically no, because this is his first year as a starter. It's just like as much as I hate to say it, it's just like Hendon Hooker, but the difference is Hendon Hooker never had a chance to start.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, Beastrilla, to answer your question, Beastrilla, what do I hope changes this week? So, I mean, the two main things I chalk up last week's loss to is Caleb being inefficient, inaccurate, and too many penalties. Like, holy shit, I think they had 12 or 13 penalties. Can't have that. You know what I mean? So,
are you talking about this guy? That guy?
That's a guy. Anyway.
That metrosexual? How's that?
Anyway, God damn it, you're gonna make me go blind again. First you do the truffle shuffle, now you do that.
Yeah,
God
right.
damn it. But seriously, so Caleb started off 10 for 10. It was kind of a fool's goal, 10 for 10, because okay, cool, dude. You're taking the check downs, you're taking the layups. You know, God forbid you hit Roma Dunze, who's wide open downfield, or DJ Moore, who's wide open downfield.
Right.
But and then it was kind of like too, you really stalled out in the second half. And it's really important when you have like 3 of your top 4 cornerbacks are out and you're playing practice squad caliber corners. It's hard to, you don't want to leave them out on the field any more than you need to. So my thing is this: yes, the defense did shit the bed in the fourth quarter. Honestly, with that being said, I just think if they didn't have all those penalties, some of which ended up being drive killers, you know what I mean? Some of which prolonged drives from Minnesota as well. And Caleb was just, he could complete some passes downfield. I think it would have been irrelevant. So in a nutshell, those are the two things I want to see. I want to see Caleb complete some be accurate downfield and less penalties.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
Penalties. A lot of offensive penalties too.
Yeah, and some of that, like, hey, you jump offside, that's on you. But I don't think Caleb, from what I've been reading, and this was a thing in the offseason, this was a thing in camp, this was a thing in preseason, that Caleb's cadence, he doesn't have it down yet. It's not consistent. It's not like clicking with the team. Not everyone's on the same page. So some of that is, I have to say, because it's not anything new. Some of that is still on Caleb. He needs to get his cadence down.
Broski, serious question. Do you see Caleb Williams as being a franchise QB yet?
No. I didn't want to draft Caleb. He wasn't on my draft board. If I had the 25th pick in the draft and he was still there, I would not have picked him. I can't be more adamant about that. No, I don't think he will be a franchise QB.
I agree
hope he
with
proves
you.
Me wrong. I will say this. I hope he proves me wrong. I really do, but I don't think he will.
The reason why I hope he does prove you wrong is so he breaks that trend that has been happening for like ever since Bitch Trubisky. First year quarterback has a good coach, gets a bit shitty coach, falls apart, gets fired. I hope he breaks that mold for you.
Well, the
Because
fact that they just need a good, they need a good quarterback in franchise. Period. I mean,
yeah, I mean, Eric Hipple still owns the yardage record because Caleb Williams came up 50 yards short.
oh, you mean Kramer, Eric Kramer?
Eric Kramer, Eric Hipple, whoever. I know it was
His
a
name
Lions.
is Eric.
I know it was a
It's
Lions
telling you.
QB. How's that? That has the yardage record. Even
Eric
Sexy
Hipple.
Rexy and
I think the only thing that
Gay
he would
Butler
lead
couldn't
is
do it.
how many fabrics he could find on the Silver Dome floor, because that's how often he was put on his back. I think he spent more time looking at the top of the dome instead of on the inside.
Right.
But yeah, man, we'll see how it goes this week. I mean, do I think the Bears can win? Yes. Am I jumping up and down like, yeah, they're definitely going to win? They're going to. No, I'm not a moron. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think what they need to focus on is, I think they need to play strong in the trenches, man. They need to get in Goff's face, get that pressure up the middle, get Goff to throw a pick or a have a fumble or something. And then, their O-line has to block Hutch, and they need to establish some type of running game, which I'm not very confident in because I'm not very confident in Swift. And if they're not going to use Monangai, that's going to be a problem. So my prediction is I think you're going to see Monangai getting some runs up the middle this week.
Okay. How far will the Bears ride with Caleb before they jettison him?
Well, that's a good question. I think it depends how they start. So if they completely shit the bed and go 0-4 into their bye week is week 5. I think that there is going to be. I think there's a serious chance they roll with Bajan coming out of the bye. One of the underlying things, not even underlying, it's out there. Like Ben Johnson's was upset with Caleb. He didn't think he put in the work in the offseason. Ben Johnson's gone out of his way several times to say how much Tyson Bagent put in the work in the offseason, how he reminds him of him if he were to play quarterback. Like when the coach says something like that, it's like, dude, Bagent's under contract for a couple more years. He signed a little extension. So,
I think you guys did it on purpose.
There was a couple other reports out of Chicago that even last year when Caleb did start struggling after that Washington game, that they wanted Bagent to start instead of Caleb then.
Yeah, and to me, there's like, he's very, he's kind of like a more mobile. He's not mobile like Caleb, but he's kind of like a more mobile, more athletic Jared Goff. Like honestly, like he hasn't done shit yet. I'm not saying he is or will be, but I'm just saying, if you got to compare him to somebody who he's like a heady quarterback like that, he's a guy who's capable of running an intricate offense like that. So
can I handle this for you because I know it. Caleb's minor and his degree is.
Oh yeah, JB, that's all you. I know you're on top of that. Yeah. Yeah.
His minor was cosmetology. He's sponsored by Revlon and Maybelline, so he gets a different color every week. Don't miss the Silver Dome at all. Overcrowded, too few restrooms, but watching Barry live was the best part. Monangai sounds like a word for a disease. Robbie.
Only you, Robbie.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I think he's from New Jersey, so go figure.
Yeah.
It sounds a little Samoan to me, but
Monaga guy.
It sounds like it's like a Polynesian name or something.
Yeah.
It's like the war dance before the game.
Oh, Justin Fields we're talking about.
No,
yeah, he's doing well. But it's a long season. It's kind of like this whole Green Bay thing getting out of control. I almost couldn't stomach watching that game because they were so on top of Green Bay's DICK.
Oh, God.
I was like, man, come on. Really? Oh, they're going to the Super Bowl. Really? After one game?
Isn't that the name they call the Gremlins?
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. So one thing that like Packers fans were like so excited about after the game, and I addressed this on the last show. Yeah, dude, Love should not be running and putting his shoulder down trying to truck stick people week 2 or ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like unless he's trying to get into the end zone, I get it then. But even then you have to be careful. Like you have to be smart, man. You can't do okay, he trucked that guy. Yeah, he did. Dude, you're gonna get injured that way. And that's one thing like Justin Fields has never learned. So like JB saying, yeah, it's early. Like, yeah, it's early because Fields is going to miss a handful of games at some point because he's going to get hurt from running the ball and not sliding or running out of bounds. Like, it's what happens. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I hope Love continues his continues doing that.
This is true. Even when he made a bad play, they're talking good about Parsons.
Yeah, and the whole thing, the whole narrative about Jordan Love doing really good in the last 2 games and his accuracy is great. They forget in the first game, he almost had a pick return for a touchdown, and Anzalone almost had a pick. So he wasn't too accurate.
Yeah, but they didn't count it when we did penalty and you did when we drive.
Yeah,
because
they gotta keep
Yeah, he needs to improve his accuracy for sure.
But at the same time, we've seen him start out like this 2 years in a row. It's not about how you start, it's how you finish.
How you finish. I keep saying that.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. Yeah.
They had to script him, and if I remember right, Ben Johnson said that was due to him not really knowing the playbook. Isn't that what it came down to, Broski?
I mean, they script
Yeah, that's a good point, JB, because really what it is, it's like, hey, you haven't developed well enough yet, or maybe you don't know the playbook well enough yet. If your first read isn't open right away, just check it down. That's kind of what he's doing. First read's not there, check it down. It's like, oh, we'll go through your second and third reads and then check it down. You know what I mean? So it's like and poof, man, I did not expect to see Ben Johnson so visibly upset on the sidelines, like directly like at Caleb week 1. Like he was cursing under his breath. He was just visibly frustrated with Caleb on the sidelines.
If you remember first year with Jared Goff here and Dan Campbell when he was coaching, when Anthony Lynn was the coordinator, and through those first 9 games we didn't win a game, there was quite a few times he was getting upset with Jared Goff, and then he found out that he should have been getting mad at Anthony Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he's the guy. Go ahead, Beastro.
It's the NFL. All teams usually have a scripted. It's based. The script is followed off of what the quarterback does, though, in that play. So to what you were saying earlier, Broski, about Caleb being able to find guys open in the first half, and he didn't do it in the second half. And I think because Flores was smart about this too, is that he said, you know what, somehow we're in the second half now. Maybe I can dial up some blitzes on him. And that's when a lot of blitzes started happening on Caleb. And that kind of just messed him up. And
yeah,
I mean, every quarterback will go through that too. But I just think Caleb's got to make better decision making. That's his problem. He had DJ Moore wide open on the goal line in the fourth quarter and overthrew him.
Dude, he had a lot of guys, like, honestly, so this is one thing, like, he had a lot of guys wide open all game. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, that he just missed by a lot. You know what I mean? Like, he really did. So, like, Ben Johnson, I'm like, dude, he was calling some good plays because, like, dudes were open. Caleb wasn't getting him the ball. And I think Flores looked at it a little like Caleb's a better off-script quarterback. So it's like, what's and Flores knows that like the first 10 or 15, 20 plays are going to be scripted. So he's like, what's the point in blitzing early? Because Caleb's better off script and he's going to be on script. So if we don't blitz, then he's really not going to be able to just like run around and make a play. You know what I mean? So, but then Caleb was, I wouldn't say burning him, but hurting him a little more than the Vikings wanted to. So then in the fourth quarter, especially, it was just every play was a blitz,
Yeah, and it's true. And every team has scripted plays. Don't let it. There is like a set audible out of any one formation. There is a set, like if it's a pass play, then you have this formation you change to if you audible to the run. You have this play that is a run play that you audible to this. Those are set plays for audible. That's to get you out of a situation like if you're passing and you see the blitz coming, or if you're getting ready to run and you see the fact they got 8 men in the box and you can use play action to hit them over the top. Those are there on every team. And that's what that flap is on their wrist. And people say, why do they have to use that? Because they don't know. No, because sometimes it's a complex offense and you might have 20 plays underneath that fucker.
Yeah.
I think the Vikings could be because their defense is very legit. That front seven makes up for the little bit that they're weak at in the secondary. Would you agree with that, Broski?
Yeah, I mean, they have a nice all around roster. And you said it very well. Like they have a very legit front seven. Back end of their defense, very questionable. However, they can make up for that with having a good pass rush. They can also make up for that by having controlling the time of possession a little bit better too. So yeah, I mean, looking at them on paper, to me, it's just like they're missing everything but a quarterback. If they have a quarterback, yeah, they're legit. They have a legit chance.
And I'll tell you what, for 2.5 quarters, JJ McCarthy reminded me of first half JJ McCarthy at Michigan.
Yep.
Against good teams. And then he just hit that clutch factor that he's got. You say what you want. 143 yards isn't a lot of offense, guys. But when it comes in one quarter, it's a lot of fucking offense.
I mean, I didn't think
JB,
he played bad. I think he played what usually rookies would play in their first game. So, like I said, it's a long season. It's one game. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's why I picked the Lions. I know we're pissed. Because I'll tell you what, when that guy asked that question that he pissed off Dan Campbell on Tuesday after he answered it on Sunday and Monday, he ripped that guy Doc a new asshole.
That was hilarious. I thought he was going to come out there and beat his ass. Seriously, I thought Dan was going to come from behind the podium and go out there and strangle shit out of him. That's what I thought he was going to do.
Are you talking about John Markkanen?
Yeah.
Doc.
Yeah,
Doc. Yeah.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah. That dude cracks me up, man. He's pretty. I like going on his channel too. Anyway, what was I going to say? Shit. Oh yeah. Other than quarterbacks. So let's not include quarterbacks. Like, what skilled position player do you think is going to have the best performance on Sunday for the Lions?
I think it's going to be either Sam Laporta or Amon-Ra St. Brown because I don't know what we're going to get out of the run game yet. I just don't. After last week, I don't trust the run game.
Skilled position, I'm going to have to go with it. It's got to be Jahmyr Gibbs because without that run game, that's their bread and butter. Besides the offensive line being their bread and butter, that run game helps set up that play action pass. So they got to run the ball effectively. So it's going to have to be Jahmyr to me. Jahmyr and Monty, both of them.
I would love that because they're both on my fantasy team.
But yeah, I think the defense needs to step up. I think the offensive line needs to play better. Basically, that's it in essence. I think the defensive line definitely needs to give it a quarterback.
What was the question again that
he said that, he inferred that Jared Goff said something And that's what drew the ire right there, because when he asked him what did Jared Goff say, he wouldn't answer him. He went to another question immediately, and Dan was like, "Well, what did Jared Goff say? What did Jared say?" He goes, "Well," and then he still kept going to that same question after. I mean, he kept going to another question after he kept asking that, pissed him off. So he's like, "You know what, dude?"
While he was rolling in that other question about like John Morton's offense not being like, about it being predictable, he was like, there was like, whatever he said, 40 or 50% less like pre-snap motions. He mentioned that, and yeah, Campbell was not happy about that either.
Oh, breaking news! You know what, Broski Bear? Jake
What
Moody
happened?
just signed with you guys.
Who?
You're kidding. They signed Jake Moody?
Yeah.
The Bears signed Jake Moody. The guy that hasn't been worth booty since he got to the 49ers.
Jake Booty.
Jake Moody out of the University of Michigan.
Michigan kicker.
Remember, he was the 99th pick, the 49ers' first pick in the draft that year.
Good, they signed a kicker.
So we got 99 problems and the kicker ain't
one. Can he hit a 50-yard field goal?
He can hit a 50-yarder. It's everything under that you got to worry about.
Yeah, extra points, 20-yard field goals.
Oh yeah, he hit a 57, 53. Yeah,
long.
Okay.
He kicks real good long. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that like
didn't he get one away from the NCAA record at Michigan his last year? Didn't he hit a 60-yarder? They thought it was 61 during the broadcast, and it came out it was a 60-yarder, so he was 1 yard short of tying the record.
Okay, so that's why you guys know him. He's a Michigan head.
Yeah, he's a Michigan guy. But I laughed at the 49ers with that when they didn't have a pick until 99, and there was some good players mixed in there still, and they picked Jake Moody, a kicker, when they had other needs on the roster.
He was a really good kicker for Michigan, though. It shows you how the transition from going from college to pros is a whole lot different, even for kickers.
Dude,
Jake Moody,
and I'll tell you what, it's
yeah, but he was signed by the Bears just a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Go ahead, Broski.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, we've been saying it for years now. There's maybe certain Bears podcasters or whatever who, they typical Bears fans, they like to be delusional and think that Cairo Santos is so good. And it's like, well, guys, it's called the modern NFL. You kickers are hitting 50-yard field goals like they used to be 40-yard field goals like 20 years ago. Like, you need to evolve with the times. And it's a struggle for Santos to hit a 48-yard field goal anymore. Like, you need a guy with a leg. I'm sorry. Maybe accuracy. This guy needs to improve on. I get it. I don't give a shit. Like, especially for the way the Bears play. Like, they needed some guy who can get them some long ass field goals from time to time. So, yeah, hopefully he works out.
Amen.
You know who I thought was what was hilarious though? So San Francisco lets go of Moody. Then they signed Eddie Double Doink Pinero.
Oh, he's not Double Doink. That was Cody Parkey.
Oh, that was Cody Parkey? Oh, I thought he was Double Doink.
Yeah. Cody Parkey was Double Doink.
There we go.
John, thank you for getting it right. Shout out John Dorn.
Yeah.
I was surprised the Bear defense was owned late in the third quarter through the end of the game. Yeah, we saw that too. And I think if I was a Bear fan, and I'm going to say it this way, I would want to see a full game out of both sides of the ball as a Bear fan, if I was a Bear fan.
For sure. I really like, I do like Noah Sewell, Penei Sewell's brother, that they were running out there at linebacker. He's probably going to be the starting middle linebacker next year. They'll probably give him a contract, honestly. He'll take Edmonds' spot because, instead of paying Edmonds like freaking $18 million or $20 million next year, they're going to cut him. There's an out in his contract. He'll be gone. they'll probably make Sewell the middle linebacker, but he's a middle linebacker. He's not running with running backs. He's not going to be covering people. Like, that's not what he is. Essentially, the Bears had two middle linebackers who really can't cover out there. They need TJ Edwards back, is what I'm getting at. So hopefully TJ Edwards, plays, because him and Byard were like the only two. Dude, he like it was like a hamstring or groin or something, like literally like 2 weeks before the season, or like not even, maybe like a week before the season. It's like, oh, just all of a sudden TJ Edwards is in danger of missing week 1, and then he missed week 1. It was just like, oh, great.
And he hasn't even been listed as questionable this week. I think that's all doubtful, which means he's probably out.
No, he's limited. Yeah, he was listed as limited. But Kyler Gordon's he's doubtful. Kyler Gordon's doubtful. Jalen Johnson's going to play.
Good.
TJ Edwards. Yeah, TJ Edwards, maybe he's on the fence. Like I said, he was.
Limited.
Yeah.
Steve is real. Yeah. Says, let me talk to you. Who should be considered the best NFL kicker of all time? I would say Justin Tucker, but he's a piece of shit. So I'm going to go back some old school, a guy that played punter, kicker, and quarterback. I'm going to go George Blanda. And John Stenerud was a good one for the Chiefs back in the day. Yes.
I mean, personal issues aside, Justin Tucker is one of the best kickers out there. He's got a good field goal percentage.
Yep.
Good field goal percentage. The dude has made clutch game winning. As Lions fans, we know this. He done it to us twice.
Don't remind me.
He had a 66-yard field goal. Damn him.
Bounced in.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky
still
bastard.
Went through.
Watching that game and hearing the whole stadium sound like the air got sucked out of it when that bounced in. Because it was like, it hit the crossbar. Yeah, oh, shit.
That's basically where that went.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Obviously, like Vinatieri's made a lot of clutch kicks.
Yep.
You know who else is a really good kicker and he still plays is Jake Elliott on the Eagles. He's been good for a long time.
Yep. But I'm going to bring one up that is still the NFL scoring leader, Jason Hanson.
Yeah.
Was good. Blanda was good. Yeah.
Even though he played on shitty teams, where the best part of it was Barry Sanders and only made the playoffs, 3 times with them, and then stayed another 10, 12 years after.
Yeah, and I don't know why I just have this. Well,
Sebastian
Janikowski. Yeah,
his fat ass.
And this isn't because I like them. It's because I grew up there. I lived there for a long time. David Akers was really good too before Jake Elliott. He really was. Like they had 2 back-to-back really good kickers. Like they've had 2 kickers in 25 years, literally. Like that's kind of crazy.
Jay Feely. He was decent.
Yeah, we were like that too, though. The Lions were like that pretty much too with the kickers because we had Eddie Murray.
We had Eddie Murray until like 91, and then Jason Hanson until
then we went to Prater.
No, we had that 3 bad years in between where we saw names like Kickalicious and all that bullshit.
Oh yeah. Then
I thought Prater. He was hitting home runs for the Orioles, Eddie Murray.
No, we had a kicker named Eddie Murray.
That was a different Eddie Murray. About the same time though. Pretty good because I think that was the big confusion about it. That was a big confusion then. People was talking. Yeah, did you see Eddie Murray kick that field goal? I said, dude, he plays baseball. No, the kicker for the line, jackass.
That year that when we had Billy Sims and all that, and we made the playoffs, and they said that going into that for the NFC game, if the San Francisco 49ers got past Detroit, Chicago was going to the Super Bowl in that 84-85 playoff era. And Eddie Murray shanked it wide left.
Yeah, that was the only one he missed because he was kicking everything in that game, and he missed that one.
of
I remember,
all
I
of them.
remember, I remember Monty Clark on the sidelines doing this, praying. And he kicked it. I was like, no, this fool ain't on the sideline praying.
What do you guys think about Jason Elam and Morton Anderson?
I think
Oh, I
they
like
were
Morton
good.
Anderson.
I like Morton and Gary Anderson better overall than Jason Elam. But at the same time, Jason Elam was the first one to kick the 68-yarder or 64-yarder, excuse me, the one that
Yep,
Prager
exactly.
got.
I had to think about that for a while. I'm like, oh yeah, Elam. He was
That was
Yeah.
Cam Little.
Unfortunately, it wasn't in the regular season.
Yeah.
It happened in preseason. But yes, Cam Little of the Jaguars hit a 70-yarder to win a preseason game.
Yeah, don't mention this to Viking fans.
Yeah, don't mention
In fact, that was the game that it was Atlanta versus Minnesota, and both the Andersons were kickers, Gary and Morton. And Morton was the one that missed the field goal to lose the game.
Was it Barb
for
the
Minnesota.
quarterback in that game? Was that the year they had Barb?
That was the year everybody thought that Minnesota and Denver were going to the Super Bowl. You know,
And ended
that
up
would be a
being the
good
Dirty
ass Super
Birds
Bowl.
getting their ass whooped.
You're getting their ass killed by Elway.
Yeah, because that was the first year they went out of the two, right?
No,
That
the first year
versus-
they went, it was against Green Bay.
Okay, now that one was more
I love that.
Peyton Manning.
I love that Super Bowl.
But the second one versus the Dirty Birds, that was all TD. I don't care what anybody says. He had a game.
No, the first one was TD. The second one was kind of Elway because he was throwing, but he didn't get the MVP. No, he did get the MVP. He got the MVP in the second one, and then Terrell Davis got the MVP in the first one. But everybody knows John Elway from when he was going to try to get that fourth down and he got helicoptered. That's a big fella too. Helicopter and John Elway was hard. They had to put a hit on him to do that because that was a big fella.
Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. I like those old songs. Sorry. But that being said, we have went over an hour. It's been a pleasure having you here, Broski. What's your prediction for the game?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's honestly it's going to be a very similar score to last week with the with the Vikings. I mean, if you were to tell me it's going to be like right around the same 3 points either way, like dude, this game's coming down to a field goal. One of the teams is kicking a field goal, walk-off field goal to win. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's go. I'm going to go 24-21 Bears.
Okay.
Reverse it. Lions win.
There you go.
There. Well, we got opposites. How's that? I don't care. It's all for fun anyways. It's not like I'm putting money on it. I like my money to be with odds.
Yeah.
But try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. Don't forget to check out BA on One Ass Cheek on Three Toes every Tuesday and on all the other podcasting whoring he does throughout the week.
Yeah, I do. I'm podcasting more on Friday.
Just like me. Yeah. And don't forget to come back at 9:00 tonight for the Lions Fan Cave Chat, where we will be having a few other fans talking about the game coming up this Sunday. And Broski, you're more than welcome to join us.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Always good chatting with you guys.
Hey, Broski, it'd be great to have you come on our show too, because we always need Chicago fans. It seems like every time we ask certain Chicago fans, they decide not to show their ass up, and I know you.
What? Okay, so I've been meaning to ask you about that. What you're not? I don't know why. Like your show, I can never find anymore. It's still the same.
Well, it's
like,
not in the Huddle Network. It's independent.
Right.
So,
okay. You let me search again. I don't know why. Like I've been trying to find it, and maybe it's just the way I'm searching for it, and I can't find it.
One ass cheek, three toes. That's all you gotta do, man.
Okay, got it.
Not with the three. Number 3. Spell it all the way out.
As always, everybody, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love, one pride.
Turn it up, it's that time again. Jeremy B. Lines, he's your best friend. Every weekday, Evan, you know the vibe. He's shouting one ride with that rockin' drive. Rolling up the scene, light up that fire. Jeremy's in the booth, taking us higher. With a grin and a laugh, he's got the crowd in a blaze. Smoking out the haters in a rock star haze. The stories that inspire and riffs that will ignite. When one pride echoes, everything feels right. Jeremy B. lives every day at 11. Yelling one B ride like we're in rock heaven.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.